With spring around the corner, coupled with the fact that Oliver and I are hotel bound for the next month, I thought this was the perfect time to share do's and don'ts when staying at a 5-star luxury hotel. Whether it's all new to you or you just want a few reminders, it's all good. At its root, etiquette is really just all about being kind and respectful to others, so don't stress out or overthink it. When in doubt, just think, how would I like to be treated, and or look at other guests around you for cues. The do's and don'ts in this video offer a bit more specificity just to polish the diamond you already are. Okay, ladies, let's do this. Ladies, as you can see, I'm filming from my hotel room, so get used to it because we're gonna be here for about the next month. We are staying at the iconic Del Mar L'Auberge Hotel, located in the heart of Del Mar, California. You guys, I can't tell you how many weddings they have here. I sit down in the lobby and work every day because it just is a nicer environment, and the number of wedding planners and brides and grooms that come through looking for a wedding venue is just mind-boggling. It's also the see and be seen place to be around track season here in Del Mar. L'Auberge is iconic. Beautiful grounds. It's a walk across the street to Better Buzz Coffee, a walk across the street to the cottage to get breakfast where I take Molly every day. I'm going to start first with a few don'ts when staying at a 5-star luxury hotel. Number 1, don't ignore the hotel rules and policies. Like most any other public establishment, luxury hotels have a specific set of policies meant to protect the comfort, safety, and enjoyment of everyone. Things like being obnoxiously loud, smoking in non-smoking areas, using the pool or jacuzzi after it's closed, bringing your dog into a restaurant if it's not a dog-friendly environment, which by the way, L'Auberge is totally dog-friendly. We love that. It's rude and quite frankly, it's entitled behavior. If you're not sure, just ask. Even here at L'Auberge, although I know it's a very dog-friendly hotel, nonetheless, before being seated in their restaurant, I'm always sure to say, is it okay if I bring her in? That's just class and respect for others, and honestly, the staff really appreciates it. No staff member wants to ask a guest not to do something, so don't put them in that position. Also, remember to read their cues. The staff wants to make you happy. So if you sense there's hesitation when you're asking a question, it's probably not okay and they're trying to figure out a nice way to say it. I personally take the burden off of them and say, that's okay, I can take her back to the room, it's not a problem. Number 2, don't ask for discounts or freebies. Luxury hotels are focused on providing a bespoke luxury experience, and flat out, they're just more expensive. Unless it's an advertised incentive, like book 4 nights, the 5th night is complimentary. Don't ask for a discount or freebie. Example, let's say your room isn't ready on time. I get it, it's kind of annoying, but even at the best hotels, sometimes it just happens. You wouldn't say, can we at least get a free lunch or a drink ticket? If they'd like to offer you something, they will, but it's considered bad form to ask. Also, luxury hotels aren't giving out drink tickets. It's not Southwest. Number 3, do not treat staff like your personal assistant. Hotel staff are there to handle tasks within their basic scope of work to make your stay a true luxury experience. Although true luxury hotels are quite accommodating with an extensive list of services, including laundry services and even packing and unpacking of your luggage, they usually aren't able to take care of tasks outside of their normal scope of work, such as walking your dog. If you are in doubt about a particular service, just ask the concierge. I'll use dog walking as an example. You might say something like, do you offer dog walking services? Don't laugh, ladies, some hotels might. Also, some hotels do offer what I call runner services. Basically exactly what it sounds like. Somebody on staff that will run easy errands for you. One time when we were staying at the Beverly Wilshire, we needed Advil in a bad way. The concierge had one of their runners go to CVS and deliver it to our room. Just ask. Number 4, don't be rude or demanding. This goes without saying, but honestly, the fact that you're watching this video tells me you're not a rude or demanding person. The staff at luxury properties are trained to give exceptional service, and treating them dismissively or like they owe you something, it's really more a reflection on you than on them. It doesn't make you look like a VIP, it makes you look like an ass. Oh, and remember those hard to get restaurant reservations that you wanted? Unfortunately, they're fully booked for the day and time that you wanted. Sorry, not sorry. Number 5, do not leave your valuables unsecured. I learned this the hard way one time, y'all. Even though luxury properties do have a heightened level of security, nothing's 100% in this world. We know that. Anytime you leave the room, definitely lock all of your valuables in the safe provided in your suite. I will never forget 15 years ago, we were staying at the Wynn in Vegas, which is where we always stay, and I had $600 stolen from my wallet. I didn't even bother reporting it because I was 100% confident I'd really just end up wasting my time reporting it. And what are they going to do? Give me the $600 and take my word for it? Probably not. From that point on, always, always, always lock your valuables in a safe. Even if you do put on the do not disturb when you're leaving your room, housekeeping and staff have access to your room. So just better safe than sorry. Number 6, do not sneak in unregistered guests. We're not in college, guys. Luxury hotels have strict guest policies. This is as a matter of safety, security, and overall enjoyment for everybody at the property. Think of how you'd feel if somebody snuck in their crazy ass friends who weren't supposed to be at the hotel in the first place, and they were loud, obnoxious, and causing problems. Just don't do it. Number 7, refrain from using obnoxiously loud voices. 5-star properties place great emphasis on a calm, serene, peaceful environment. Of course, you're there to have fun and enjoy, but using those super loud, overly dominating voices, listening to music or videos in public spaces without earphones, playing beer pong by the pool, or other disruptive behavior. Just no. Aside from annoying other guests, hotel security is definitely going to come over and ask you to tone it down. And if you're really obnoxious, they might ask you to leave. Just remember to use a normal conversational voice like you would in, I don't know, a nice restaurant. Number 8, do not disrespect the dress code. What you wear is going to vary depending on where you're going and the time of year. But in general, luxury properties are always going to expect you to wear resort appropriate attire. The aim is to look polished without overdoing it, combining comfort and elegance. Specific no's, gym shoes, unless you're going to the gym, graphic tees, distressed or ratty jeans or jean shorts, cargo shorts, flip-flops, baseball caps, overly reviewing outfits like you're going to the club. Okay, ladies, now for the do's at a 5-star luxury resort. Number 1, do arrive on time for all of your reservations. Whether for dining, spa, or any scheduled service, always arrive on time, which for me means a little bit before my scheduled service. First, it shows respect for the hotel and also helps maintain the flow of services for other guests. Remember, hotel etiquette is really just about being respectful to other people. You wouldn't want your reservation delayed just because another guest felt that she could show up whenever she felt like it, so don't be that person. Number 2, do tip nicely. I once had an acquaintance, and you know why she was an acquaintance, not a friend of mine in a second, who said to me, I never tip more than 10%. They're charging $2,000 a night for a room, so why do I need to tip 20% in addition to that? Okay. So many things wrong with that statement. First of all, staff are not getting a portion of your room charge. They are hardworking people who are there because it's their job, it's how they put food on the table, it's how they pay their bills, it's maybe how they put their kids through college. If you're not okay paying for your room rate and tipping appropriately, don't go. Now, tipping expectations do vary from culture to culture. So especially if you're traveling internationally, be sure and research the tipping customs of the particular area before you go so that you are prepared. In the US especially, tipping is a big old deal, y'all. You know this, right? At a luxury hotel, we usually tip minimally 20% for servers, bartenders, and spa services. A little more if it was exceptional service. For in-room dining, gratuity is most always included on the bill, so there's no need to add more unless you want to. If you're unsure, either check the in-room dining menu, it will usually say so at the very bottom of the page, or you can simply ask the server when he or she arrives. Something as simple as, is gratuity already included? This also lets the server know that you're ensuring that they're tipped. The valet and the porter. First of all, the valet, I'm asked this quite a bit about how you tip the valet, especially if you're in and out a lot and he or she is getting your car quite frequently. Here is what we do, and this is the general rule of of thumb. Upon arrival, when the valet is usually coordinating your luggage with the porter and there's a little more work involved, we usually tip $20 just to get things off to a nice start. Now, we usually have 2 large suitcases, so that's about $10 a bag. Coming and going. Okay, yes, you do tip per interaction. That means when departing with your car and when arriving back with your car. The standard acceptable rate, especially if you're in and out quite a bit, is $2 to $5 per interaction. Listen, I know that it can feel like a big pain in the ass reaching into your pocket every time you want to come or go, but it is what it is. That is their job and they do appreciate it. Since we're staying here at the hotel for God knows how long and we have both of our cars here, we just went to the bank and loaded up on ones. They probably thought we were going to a strip club. I tip them $2 every time I come and go. Sometimes a little more if they open the door for Molly. The porter, also referred to as a bellman or bellhop. This is the person who handles your luggage, loads it up, brings it to your room, sets it on luggage racks, familiarizes you with your room, and asks if there's anything else that you need before leaving. A good rule of thumb is $5 per bag minimum, and that's minimum. You also want to factor in the weight of your luggage, the hotel's level of luxury, and whether you feel he really went above and beyond the call of duty for you. If he's running to get extra luggage racks, setting up your luggage, which usually is what happens with us, really goes out of his way to familiarize you with the room versus just plopping down your bags, we usually tip $20 to $30. Next, the concierge. Okay, the concierge is there to assist you with really anything that makes your stay a bit more pleasurable. Restaurant reservations, show reservations, suggesting activities in the area, great places to eat, where to go, arranging for car services, etc. If you've used the concierge minimally, like basic directions and a few questions here or there, it's not necessary to tip. If you feel they were extra helpful, securing reservations, tickets, made any special arrangements for you, or you use them frequently during your stay, I would absolutely tip them. How much is really up to you and kind of what feels right. Oliver had Michael at the Beverly Wilshire secure us very, very difficult to get tickets to the Magic Castle in Hollywood. He jumped through a lot of hoops to secure the tickets for us, so we tipped him $100. We also go up there quite a bit, so we kind of like to grease the tracks. My sister and I were recently at the Faena in Miami Beach, and the concierge secured front row tickets for us to see their show Carmen, which is on site. It was a simple one-stop transaction, but she was so nice and so lovely to talk to, I just tipped her $20, and she was very happy with that. Number 3, do follow the dress code. High-end hotels always have dress codes for dining, events, and just being on property. It will most always be on their website and or included in your confirmation. I have several videos on what to wear to high-end properties and resort wear outfit ideas in general. I'll put some of the links underneath this video for you. If you just think pulled together, polished, and comfortable, you'll fit right in. Number 4, do ask for help if you need it. Listen, there is no shame in that game, y'all. Luxury hotels are designed to cater to needs you'd never ever in a million years expect in mid-level properties. Whether it's arranging private car service to and from the airport, planning activities, to packing and unpacking services, to laundry services as well. If you think of something you really need, like for us the one time it was a bottle of Advil, just ask, is someone available to pick up a bottle of Advil from CVS for us? Some properties may say we don't offer those services, but others like the Beverly Wilshire will say, yes, of course, it's my pleasure. And you're going to ask the concierge. That's the person to ask. Number 5, do limit selfies and video. I know, I am the last person who should be saying this, and believe me, I get it. We all want to take pictures and videos to memorialize a fun trip. And I'm definitely not saying don't take pictures. I'm just saying be cool about it, keep it quick, subtle, and a little bit on the DL. You basically want to avoid interrupting the flow of traffic and making a big production out of video and pictures. Also, remember that if you're taking video in common areas, some people don't necessarily appreciate being filmed. So, use your best judgment. 5, do use your best table manners. This isn't the time to talk with your mouth full or stuff a whole dinner roll in your mouth because you're so hungry. Dining at a luxury property means dining etiquette and acting like a lady, as my mom would say. I have a few videos for basic dining etiquette underneath the video for you. Check those out if you need. Okay, so some people might say, yeah, but I'm on vacation. That doesn't mean bad manners should take a vacation too. Besides, the more you practice, the more natural it feels, and the easier you'll fit in anywhere, anytime, any place in a good way without thinking of it. Do leave your room nice and neat. Housekeeping does clean your room each day, and at night they give turn down service, which also means tidying up your room a bit. Still, it's basic courtesy to keep your room tidy. You don't want to look like a slob. Like you walk downstairs looking all beautiful and neat and polished, and the housekeepers are thinking, that lady's a slob. Remember, ladies, that etiquette at its base is just about being courteous and respectful. Think, how would I feel? If I worked for housekeeping, I would really appreciate the guest who made my job significantly easier. And do use the do not disturb sign. Unless you're waiting for in-room dining or housekeeping or another service to arrive, always turn on the do not disturb light. I do this by default, and here's why. If you don't, you will run the risk of staff knocking on the door and sometimes walking in without much warning. Think housekeeping for either cleaning or turn down service, or the people who restock the minibar. You know, they give a quick knock. If they don't hear anything, they'll walk right in. If you're taking a leisurely bath or nap, that could be quite awkward. Also remember that if you've ordered room service or you are expecting staff, take the do not disturb sign off. Staff are not permitted to ring the bell or knock on the door if you have your do not disturb sign on, including if you've ordered in-room dining. So just be sure to remember that. For fun resort wear outfit ideas, don't miss my next video, Chic Resort Wear. Have a great week, ladies, and I'll see you in a couple days.